a nice little walkthrough out here of what the Cup C archetype is capable of. You guys smash the crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out more on us. And I expect you're going to be seeing a lot of Cup C gameplay today, but this is something that my friend spent most of the night coming up with here. I figured we'd show it this morning here. So remember, Cup C Yummy here. Now you can only special summon one card with the first effect of this card's name once per turn. You can only use the second effect of this card's name once per turn. So if you control a Link 1 or a level 2 Synchro monster, special summon this from the hand, and on normal or special, you can add a Yummy card from your deck to your hand, or if it was special summoned by a Synchro monster's effect, you can draw a card. So we're going to talk about how this guy is going to be effectively full combo here, just to kind of give you a little bit of an idea. So we are going to go ahead and deploy the Cup C Yummy here, which is going to go ahead and we are going to grab the Yummy Redemption here. Now, you can only use the third effect of this card's name once per turn. So first effect, monster your opponent controls will lose 200 attack for each light beast you control. And then once per turn, if you would Synchro summon a light beast Synchro monster, you can draw a card, then place a card from your hand on the bottom of the deck, and then banish this card from your graveyard, target a Yummy monster you control, and a monster your opponent controls, and switch control of them, which is really, really good here. So straight off the bat, we have acquired our value card. Now, this archetype is going to be very notorious for this incredibly good Link 1. Now, you can only use the first effect of this card's name once per turn. So if this card is special summoned, you can place a Yummy field spell from your hand or deck face up on your field, and then you cannot Link summon except Link 3 or higher Link monsters for the rest of this turn. And then once per chain, during the main phase of your main phase or your opponent's battle phase, quick effect, pay 100 life points to basically Synchro summon using a Yummy monster that you control. So we go ahead and we make this here. We'll go ahead and trigger our effect, and we're going to go ahead and we are going to beam up the Yummy Scent minion. Now, this will give all of our Yummy monsters 500 attack for each light beast on your field. If you control a Link 1 monster, you target a level 1 Yummy monster in your graveyard and special summon it. And of course, if this card is in your graveyard, you can target 2 of your Yummy monsters in your graveyard or banishment, place them on the bottom of the deck in any order, all right, and to get some recyclability. So this revive effect is going to be once per turn here. So what we're going to be able to do here, guess what? Since we have that Link 1, we can go ahead and Yummy time. We get our free revive. We have now met the conditions to Synchro jump on into this guy. So this is the Yummy way. So for this card, Synchro Summon, you can treat a Link 1 monster you control as a level 1 tuner. And then, of course, you can only use first second effects this card's name once per turn. So if this card is Synchro Summon, we can special summon 2 Yummy monsters from your graveyard, but their effects are negated. And when your opponent activates a card or effect, returns card to the extra deck to special summon up to 2 Yummy monsters from the graveyard. So we're going to go ahead and trigger, which we're going to go ahead and bring those back. Now you see we're going to go on in to the big Yummy way here. And the same thing, treat as a Link 1. On Synchro Summon, we can add 2 Yummy cards from our deck to our hand and then discard 1. And when your opponent activates a card or effect, quick effect, return the special summon 2. So you see that we're going to go ahead and we're going to grab both the Lollipop and the cookie here so that we can go ahead and dump 1. So now, since we control a Link 1 or a level 2 Synchro, we get to beam this out here. So now we set the conditions on this to target a card in your opponent's graveyard, shuffle it into the deck or extra deck, and so forth, which is not really what we care about here. We're just going to go ahead and special summon up both of these. So Cookie's going to come down here. Cookie would also give you the ability to target a face up your opponent controls. It loses 1,000 attack, but we don't really care about that because we're going to immediately take those two and we're going to bump them on out, and we are going to make IP. Now remember, specifically this card on the field spell says we can't do, what was it? We're locked into not being able to do Link 3 or higher. We can do some Synchro plays, which is fine. And then we're going to go ahead and we are going to rotate on in to our Yummy Snatchy again here. All right, we've gone ahead and now we're going to hit end phase. So you're ending on IP, you're ending on Yummy Snatchy back here, and we're ending on the Yummy way. So now this is where we'll get into the responsive effects on the opponent's turn. So your opponent hits their turn here. If your opponent attempts to do something, this is where, we'll go ahead and trigger this on up. We'll return this back to the extra deck. And now we'll get to beam out the cookie, and actually you see the Link 1 coming back here, which is going to be really, really good. So now you can have the cookie go ahead and trigger on up here. And then, of course, you do see the ability for this. I love this fact that this is just on Special Summon. It doesn't have to be on Link Summon, which is actually nuts. So this is now where you actually are able to rotate into the Yummy Scent Kruki during the opponent's turn. Now, this is the one that if you would Link Summon, or if you would Special Summon a Light Beast Synchro monster, you can target one card your opponent controls and destroy it. And of course, if a face-up monster you control leaves the field by an opponent's card effect, and Special Summon a Yummy monster from your deck, and if this card is in your graveyard, you can target 2 of your Yummy monsters in your graveyard banishment, place them on the bottom and recycle. So we've set up the next form of disruption here. Now, depending on how your opponent continues to go here, now we can actually, this is hilarious, man. So the fact that we now have the trap interruption here, banish this card to target 1 Yummy monster you control, 1 monster your opponent controls, and switch control of them. So now, you know, we give them this, but we get this now. Now we can go ahead and IP, and then we can actually go into the SP here, which gives you another form of disruption, which takes out the monster that they had, which is fine. Now we can go ahead and actually bump these 2 out. Now you can target and do your thing here. So now we'll go ahead, once per chain, go ahead and we're going to bump on up here into the Yummy way. So for this card, Synchro Summon, you can treat a Link 1 you control as level 1 tuner. Yep, okay. On Synchro Summon, target 2 face-up monsters on the field and change them to face-down defense mode. So there's going to be 2 more interruptions. And now the cookie is going to be able to crumble up to give you another form of interruption. So you got 2 Book of Moons here, and you have this. And now, if your opponent still has more that they want to do here, all right, for all intents and purposes, we warp this on out here, and then we bring back the Link 1, and we bring back up this. Now Cupsy gets to go ahead and trigger, getting us our free draw here, and then we get the ability to warp on out into Yummy Way here, which then gets us 2 more bodies set up here, or gets us the search. All right, hello, Lollipop, and this, which is so stupid. And then you can pitch that, and then congratulations. That is by far probably going to be one of the better methods of madness that you'll be able to do with this deck. I am genuinely surprised at how well this deck is actually looking like it's going to be able to function. Obviously, you know, with the low stat points here, you know, you're going to have a little bit of an issue trying to clear the game, but I assume that, you know, the game plan is to get all the bouncing in the world and then attempt to clear the game, is what I'm suspecting. Let's pass on over to deck lists. All right, so this is our work in progress that Whoozle is very hyped about. So we are doing 3 of each of the Yummy, Cupsy, the triple cookie, and the triple copies of the Lollipop. Most of these, I think, are going to stick around as 3 ofs, honestly, in terms of ratios. We are doing a 2-2 split on field spells. Field spells are not necessarily the greatest cards in the world, but I mean, it does help you do the interruptions to clear the game. I see we're also doing 1 copy of Redemption, which is actually pretty good. And then we're doing the Wonko stuff. So let's you add the Fairy Tale's Journey Dawn from your deck to your hand, or if Journey's Dawn is on the field, or in your graveyard, draw 1 instead. And then when a card is in the field zone, your opponent cannot target monsters for attacks except this one. So it just gets big. And then, of course, we have the 2 bats, face-up card in the field zone, special summon from the hand. And then, of course, on normal or special, and Fairy Tale Dawn's Journey is on your field, you can add a Light Beast monster from your deck to your hand. So yeah, we have synergy with this. And then, of course, the 2 field spell, any battle damage a player takes is halved. If you control a Light Beast or a level 7 or 8 Dragon Synchro monster, you can draw a card. And then, during your standby phase, you can send this card from the field to graveyard to place 1 field spell from your hand or deck face up in your field zone. So, I mean, this is free draw power, free pressure on the opponent, which, you know, it's actually kind of cool that we can incorporate this stuff into the deck. Then we have triple Ash, triple Veiler, triple Fulawas, and then we got 2 Nibs, 1 Druis, 1 Magna Hut, triple Imperm, and then triple copies of Purge. Down here in the extra deck, of course, 1 IP, the 1 SP, your Cerberus, your Link Spider, your Almirage. I love that all these can be tuners now. Of course, AFD, Omega, the Herald, and then, of course, 1 Lollipop, 1 Cookie with 2 Cupsy. And then, of course, we got the triple Yummy, and then, of course, you got some Meows, 2 Ripple Purlia, triple Ansia, your 1 Feather Duster, 2 Lightning Storm, and some evenly matched here, wrapping up your very early testing list from us. This deck looks a lot of fun, so please leave a comment down below, tell me what you guys think, and I will see your beautiful faces back here in a day, guys. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.